Hey, what's going on, my American loving friends? Ryan here. If you would, give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. What we have here today is the new 2024 presidential election map predictions here in August 2024. The guy's channel will be in the description, along with video links and stuff will be in the description for this guy's channel. So if you would go check out this guy's work, he is phenomenal. So let's get it.
Today, I'll be updating my 2024 electoral map prediction. We're now halfway through August, and in less than 3 months, the next president will be chosen. So today, we're going to see where Kamala Harris and Donald Trump stand on the path to 270 electoral votes. We're going to begin by filling in the solid states for both candidates. These are states that either Harris or Trump are going to win by at least 15 percentage points. And so we're going to begin with the safe blue states, which are Washington, California, Hawaii, as well as Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Maryland, the District of Columbia, and the 1st District of Maine. For Trump, he is on track to win the states of Alaska, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, North and South Dakota, nearly all of Nebraska, along with Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, and the 2nd District of Maine. And so with these solid states filled in for both candidates, Trump leads with 126 electoral votes to the vice president's 109. Next up, we have the likely states that will go to either candidate by margins between 7 to 15 points. I have updated my rating system to be more practical, and so we're going to begin with the likely states for Kamala Harris, starting off with a few obvious ones. States like Oregon are still going to go blue, even if they're slightly more competitive. Kamala Harris can probably come out with around a 12-point victory. In 2016, Biden won the state by 16. However, it did only go to Clinton by 11. We also have the state of Illinois, a state that Harris is probably going to win by just under 15 points, along with Biden's home state of Delaware. Delaware is not as blue as you might think. Hillary Clinton won it by a likely margin in 2016. Joe Biden barely won it by a solid margin in 2020. We also have New Jersey, a state where Democrats are very unpopular right now. Typically, this would be a safe blue state. However, Bob Menendez has really done a lot of damage for Democrats. He is still a sitting member of Congress. He is still in the U.S. Senate. He'll resign pretty soon. However, the Senate race to replace him is a lot more competitive than a race in New Jersey should be, and that is going to rub off on the presidential election as well. Kamala Harris is not going to win this state by over 15 points. We also have New York. Its 28 electoral votes are going to be more competitive than normal as well, even though Joe Biden carried the Empire State by 23 points last time. We have a lot of very unpopular figures in the Empire State. Kathy Hochul, the governor, along with Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, they are both highly disapproved of, and just a few years ago, Andrew Cuomo resigned for sexual harassment. So looking at these likely states, a lot of it is because Democrats simply aren't in the position they were in 4 years ago. In Oregon, the governor's election went down into the single-digit margin. Same thing in New York, and we have a single-digit Senate race right now in New Jersey. And the final likely blue state on this map is Colorado, a state that Joe Biden carried by 13.5 percentage points last time. Kamala Harris is probably going to win by just over 7, and that will be enough for it to fall into the likely Democratic category. Before we continue, only 11% of you guys are actually subscribed, so please subscribe right now for more content like this leading up to the election in November. And follow me on Twitter for daily political updates. Link in the description below. We're now going to get into the likely states for Donald Trump, beginning with the two most obvious ones, which are, of course, Iowa and Ohio. Two states that the former president carried in both 2016 and 2020, all by likely margins. Donald Trump really did do very well in both of these states in the last two elections. In 2012, they both went to Obama by pretty safe margins. Obviously, it's not a 15-point margin, but he definitely won them by a pretty large margin against Mitt Romney. In 2016, though, these states shifted nearly 15 points to the right to vote for Donald Trump. They used to be among the most competitive. They used to vote in the middle. They were swing states, but that is no longer the case. They are now red states. And in the future, they will go to Republicans by over 15 points. We saw their governors both get reelected by solid margins in 2022, but this November on the presidential level, things are...
All right, so this guy's marking in all the places. Really, what you got to look to is morality versus non-morality. Whereas the left, their moral standards are low, and the right moral standards are high. So you're voting for morality, basically, is what you're voting for. Now, this guy's going to go through all this and tell you everything. I'm going to fast forward towards the end so you can see the end result, so this video doesn't take up too much of your time. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put it about right there, and then we're going to start right there. If you want to see the full video, the link will be in the description. If you're getting any value out of this, give us a like.
2 percentage points. JD Vance is, of course, from Ohio, which neighbors both Michigan and Pennsylvania. He basically cancels out any advantage that Kamala would have with Tim Walz as her running mate, with him being the governor of Minnesota. And the final thing for us to fill in is the 2nd District of Nebraska. It went to Trump in 2016, Biden in 2020. Redistricting has made the district more favorable for Republicans. So right now it's going to be tilt Republican, but it really is a pure toss-up. And so based on our current forecast, Donald Trump and JD Vance are on track to win the election with 313 electoral votes, while Kamala Harris and Tim Walz will pick up just 225. This will make the Harris-Walz ticket the worst performing Democratic ticket since 1988. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like.
What do you guys think? Now, earlier today, I did watch this whole video. I watched the whole thing in its entirety. And I was like, I think that's something I need to put on YouTube so people can see it and have more hope, you know. But I'm not saying don't go out and vote. Every vote matters. So you need to go out and vote. If you're Democrat, going to vote Democrat, it don't pertain to you. You can sit at home and not go vote. Just relax. You relax that day, okay? But anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Y'all take care. Peace.